together to attack Iran and to weaken Hezbollah, but are unable to achieve their goals. And therefore, the Americans are desperately trying to bring about a ceasefire and an end of conflict with Iran at some point. The Israelis want to keep fighting in Lebanon and Iran. So there's a huge problem between the U.S. and Israel in terms of their aims.
Now, I think it might have been more accurate to say some in the United States wanted a ceasefire, and that being J.D. Vance seems to be the leader of that crew that had been trying to do that. Seems to keep getting undermined, as Robert Barnes has told you and I both. And by the way, Robert Barnes will be on the show to give us some insight into that at 1:45 this afternoon. But from what you just said a second ago, it seems to me that the pro-Israeli crowd, both inside the Trump administration and Israel itself, are pulling him into their orbit to go back into a war, and it looks like he's ready to do it.
Yeah, I mean that it is the change. I pay attention to what he says and how he says it, and so the change in tone, where he's now going back to being Mr. Bellicose, because last week he kept saying, "Oh no, this is just a minor thing. It's going to calm down. Everybody's going to." He was trying to pour oil on troubled waters last week, but not now. And this is, the Iranians are paying attention to this. I frankly don't know why they're exercising so much patience. Well, I think part of it is they are getting, China is putting pressure on them via Pakistan because China wants to get the economic situation back to normal in the Persian Gulf.